Coverage for you this morning from the Victory Parade plans to all the new gear you can get your hands on today. All of it stamped with Stanley Cup champions. First here, the taste of sweet, sweet victory. There it is. There, Nathan MacKinnon getting the first sip out of the Stanley Cup. 5 years ago, the Avs had the worst record in the league. Now they are the best team in the NHL. So fun to watch.
A Stanley Cup that now has a dent in it after last night.
Yeah, it's going to go through a few things, I think, in the next few days. Good morning. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders, and our special Stanley Cup coverage continues here in just a minute. First, we do want to get you ready for your Monday, Victory Monday, Lisa.
How is anybody focusing on work today, right?
No.
Yeah, it's tough. So fun to wake up on this Monday morning with the win. We do have some much warmer weather here. Better for the kiddos heading off to summer camp if they've got practice this afternoon. Take a look at your biking forecast. We're going to be in the low to mid 80s between about 1 and 2. We will get a few thunderstorms popping up, and we'll see more clouds here by midday in the mountains. But what a pretty shot there in Winter Park. In fact, I was driving through Winter Park yesterday as it was raining pretty good. Now we're seeing some sunshine and some nice and drier conditions for the northern and central mountains. Pretty wet down to the south, though. We will get a few thunderstorms popping up here in the mountains by midday, and then a few of those could roll east, but a much warmer and drier pattern. Today, Denver's going to hit a high of 85, Greeley near 90, same thing up to the northeast. It'll be warmer tomorrow, too. We'll have details on the Super 7 Day coming up.
And people are not paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing on the roadways. Maybe they're thinking about the Avs. Right now, we have a new crash to the south side. It's going to be on the eastbound side of 470 right here at University. And from the camera there, you can see that the crash is mostly in the left lane. The rescue squad's coming, and they should be here in that left lane and also the express lane in just a second. So they'll block up this side of the highway as they're getting around it. So you will see some delays coming in from Broadway, maybe all the way back to Lucent through here. So you can use some of the Highlands Ranch roads to get over to University or on over to Quebec and save yourself some time. Right now, it's only registering at about 15 minutes, so it's going to jump up really quickly here in just a little bit. The rest of the drive, not too bad. You're seeing still some heavy traffic across I-70, 270, I-76, and I-25 into the city.
Oh, yeah, the party is just starting. This video this morning shows the Avs arriving at their Tampa hotel last night with that Stanley Cup held high and some beers hoisted as well there.
Yeah, and some lucky fans, of course, made the trip, got to see them win in person in Tampa. And one of the best traditions in all of sports, an iconic scene here, Captain Gabe Landeskog hoisting the cup, skating around the ice with it. He's been with the Avs for 11 years, handing it off to veteran Erik Johnson. Another special moment, Cale Makar winning the best player in the postseason and receiving the Conn Smythe Trophy to go with his Norris Trophy as the league's best defenseman. He had 29 points in 20 playoff games.
You have team coverage this morning as the Avs get ready to bring the cup home. Christian Lopez will bring us the just released details about Thursday's Victory Parade, and Veronica Acosta has a look inside the fan stores where people are already getting their championship gear. Let's start with our Jason Grunauer in Tampa.
Well, if this news crew is tired from covering last night's game outside Amalie Arena, can you only imagine what the Avs are going through? According to social media, they didn't even leave the arena to go back to the team hotel until 2 a.m. So many Avs fans who made the trip here to Tampa were also partying outside the arena till the early morning hours, cheering and hugging, taking pictures, just soaking it all in. After watching their team win a championship, here's a taste of what they had to say after.
It's crazy, man. I'm just so happy to have it right here with my kids. I mean, it was 20 years ago I was just getting out of the Army, and then the last time they won, it's just unbelievable. I can't believe it.
How does it feel?
We just won the Stanley Cup. Woo!
Incredible feeling. Just a magical run. It was so much fun after how hard they worked the past 2 years, 3 years in the playoffs. Like it's about time that we brought the cup back home.
That was incredible.
God!
Go Avs. Go Buffs.
Here he is.
That was incredible.
Here we go.
It's Kobe. Let's go.
One young woman that I spoke to, I asked her, how are you feeling after seeing your team win the Stanley Cup? She said, I don't have any words. I'm in shock. I asked her if she was going to cry. She said, I already did twice. So we're here on the Riverwalk here in Tampa, a pretty well-known, well-populated area. This is actually where they have the boat parades. At least they did the last 2 years. Now it's up to us to host a parade back in Denver. Reporting from Tampa, Florida, I'm Jason Granauer, Denver 7.
Yeah, we don't need boats for our parade. Here in Denver, downtown was vibrating with excitement last night. This is a look at 4 different locations simultaneously celebrating the win, and the crowds remained mostly safe and peaceful.
Yeah. Good to see. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta continues our team coverage this morning from Larimer Square because there's some new championship swag fans can get their hands on.
That's exactly it. Last night was all about celebrating that really big moment. We got to see the Avalanche hoist the Stanley Cup, and that was so exciting. But this morning, a lot of you probably waking up and thinking, I need something to remember this by, something like this Stanley Cup championship gear. It has 2022 plastered all over it. The 3rd time the Avs get one of these. So this is a really exciting time. And of course, we headed to some of those shops where you can get some of this gear. We spoke to some of those fans. Listen to what they had to say.
We're here buying shirts and sweatshirts and stuff for my wife, for her mom, for her sister and their kids. I mean, yeah, it's awesome. It's something that the whole family is going to enjoy. We got pennants and mugs and decals, and we got sweatshirts. I mean, we're pretty much hooking up the whole family here.
And take a look at the excitement on some of these Avs fans' faces when they were able to get their hands on some of that merch. They stood outside of the Dick's Sporting Goods store ready to get their hands really on anything and everything that they could. All of that gear set out on tables for those fans. They got right to picking once they got in. And getting that gear in stores, that doesn't happen overnight, of course. Printing it, making sure it's all ready in case of that win, which ended up happening, it is quite a process. That's the job of those over at Fanatics. That's the official partner of the NHL. And you see it here. That printing machine, hard at work, printing away. And again, so much gear this morning out at different places all around town. We took a look. Some Dick's Sporting Goods stores, they have been open as early as 7 this morning, others 8, and of course some maybe even 9. So you still have a chance to go and get your gear, things like hats, pucks, and of course those shirts that have Stanley Cup champs all over them. We're live in Denver this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Well, it had been a while, of course, since we've had a Stanley Cup victory parade. This is video from the parade in 2001.
Which looks older than 2001.
It does.
The city's expecting a massive turnout, obviously, maybe bigger than from back then. Denver 7's Christian Lopez has details if you want to join in on the fun this week.
It's time to celebrate that big win. The Stanley Cup Championship celebration is happening Thursday. It's going to be a very fun and exciting day. The city is expecting hundreds of thousands of people to come out and celebrate. The parade kicks off at 10 a.m. Thursday at Union Station. That is at 17th and Wynkoop. And it'll end here at Civic Center Park. Once it gets to the park, there'll be a big victory party to honor the Stanley Cup champions. So you'll get to see the Avs players, mascot, and coaches. Make sure that you bring your Avs gear, sunscreen, and plenty of water because it is expected to be warm out. After that big win last night, it was a big party in Denver. We spoke with one fan who is so excited to witness the Stanley Cup championship for the first time.
The last time we won it was 01. I was just a baby back then, so I didn't get to experience it. But right now, this is insane. My parents told me about this kind of thing. It's crazy. I know exactly what they felt back then.
If you're trying to plan ahead, we have everything you need to know, from road closures to transportation options, on our website, thedenverchannel.com. And if you can't make it in person, we will be covering it right here on Denver 7. Reporting in Denver this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
All right, well, all of Denver is celebrating the big win. Of course, Denver Broncos QB Russell Wilson tweeted, "Stanley Cup champs, Avalanche, let's go." And his team also got in on the fun, referencing the Blink-182 song, All the Small Things. That one, the Avs fans just love it. They wrote, "Turn the lights off, carry the cup home." Broncos receiver Tim Patrick shared his support, and Governor Jared Polis celebrated, tweeting, "21 years and now it's back. Congratulations to the Avalanche for the amazing playoff and finals performance to become the 2022 NHL Stanley Cup champions."
Final score 2-1, and it's been 21 years.
Just noticed that. Yeah.
Synergy. If you decide you don't want to battle the huge crowds expected Thursday, you can watch the championship parade on Denver 7. We are partnering with Altitude Sports for unrivaled coverage. Throughout the morning, our pre-parade coverage starts at 4:30 a.m. Thursday.
Still ahead, rethinking return policies, why some retailers are considering letting you keep the items you want to return and not pay for them.
Plus, he's been playing with the Avs the longest.
This is what you work your entire life for.
The heartwarming reaction from Erik Johnson here as he finally gets to lift the Stanley Cup.